Good morning. This is Carrie Brady, Sweet Potato and Mare, coming to you from Possibilities Farm. Today's word from the herd question comes from someone who preferred to remain anonymous. And she's asking what will happen to her personally and then what will happen to her professionally as a result of this virus. And the horses immediately started answering that question in terms that are really applicable to everyone, as opposed to giving specific guidance on her specific situation. So I thought that it would be very helpful to share it. Immediately, what the horses indicated was that what will happen to us, both personally and professionally, depends on what we want to have happen to us, what we focus on, and what we decide to take moving forward. They expanded on that by saying that in this time, when our old habits and patterns and structures have been adjusted, we have the opportunity to rebuild in a way that is much easier for humans. Horses recognize that they can change their behaviors and their choices, and the herd will immediately respond differently as they make different choices. But humans will often reinforce old patterns for each other. So when there isn't something disruptive happening, we may stay stuck in our patterns. We may not even be aware of our patterns. And so, we don't disrupt the apple cart, so to speak. We continue moving forward on the trajectory that we may or may not have even set, but we're on it now. We're in a groove, and it's a well-worn and familiar groove for us. And so as humans, we tend to stick in that groove. This disruption allows us to be more conscious because we are more awake and aware now of what we are doing, both personally and professionally. So this allows you to think about what you want to take forward, and what will happen to you both personally and professionally as a result of you deciding what you wish to take forward from this. This is an opportunity for you to reframe, perhaps on a professional side, the services that you wish to offer, how you wish to offer them, who your ideal clients are, what it is that you're bringing to the world specifically, what your gifts are. And then the horses said, as you think through these things that you may not have thought about, you're ready to move into new territory. You're ready to move forward. And when you're back on the track again, as they have just stepped onto the driveway, when you are able to move forward with these plans, you'll be well positioned to do so, and you'll know the direction in which you wish to go. Personally, you're thinking about the same things, the relationships that you have, how you wish to maintain them. What do you want to take forward and offer to those relationships? Who do you want to be, and how are you showing up in the world? Because we're all awake now, we're all conscious. And when we're able to go through those gates again, as they're milling around now by the driveway gate, when we're able to go through those gates again, who are we going to be? And you'll be able to take off. Some really interesting things happened after I just stopped that video. The horses ran down, as you saw, back toward the barn, and the dogs started barking. I didn't want to wake up everyone in my household, so I went into the house and saw that what the dogs were barking at was actually a fox. And the fox and the horses were together, just there together. And the fox often comes and visits the horses, so it's not that unusual. But what is unusual is for the horses to be out of their paddocks with the fox. And then the horses came around and started grazing in a location that they never go to. It's over by the garage, and it's kind of the farthest point from the barn and the paddocks on the property. From that point, they can't see the barn or the paddocks because the house blocks them. So they can't see the rest of the herd over there. And they don't usually hang out there for very long, but they did. And the message that they gave me while they were hanging out there was twofold. One, they wanted to make the point that when they were speaking about relationships and how you're showing up in your relationships, the most important relationship is the one that you have with yourself. So how are you showing up for yourself right now in this situation? Are you showing up for yourself at all? And how are you doing that? So give some thought to that. The other point that they wanted me to make is to trust in the fact that when you do take off on this new path that you're preparing for now, know that you will end up in a new place, and that new place will be full of green grass where you can return to grazing and relax. You have to believe that you're going to a new place, a better place, as you think about where you're moving personally and professionally. Because if you don't believe that, then you stay in that fear-based situation which says we've grazed all the grass over here and there's no more green grass to be found. So consider, are you staying in that place where you believe that there are new locations, and Potato's exploring another one right now, new locations for you to find that green grass that you're looking for, both personally and professionally, and to be able to return to grazing. Trust that you will find it and all will be well. That's the word from the herd. Thank you.